All right, welcome. Let's think of this as a bit of a personal coaching session, just you and me. We're not just talking about feeling good for a day, we are building a real, practical blueprint for that deep, unshakable confidence that truly fuels long-term career success. So if you're ambitious and you're really ready to level up, you are in exactly the right place. Okay, let's just get right to it. I have a question for you. You're great at your job, right? You're confident in what you do, but what if I told you that that very confidence might actually be holding you back? It's a weird paradox, isn't it? The mastery that makes you feel so secure can also make you terrified of the new challenges you need for your next big move. And this really gets to the heart of what we call the career confidence paradox. Over on the left, you've got comfort zone confidence. Sure, it feels safe, but it's fragile. It's kind of like living in a glass dome. The second you step outside to take on a bigger role or a new project, it can shatter. What we're aiming for is what's on the right, unstoppable confidence, the kind that breaks down walls and comes with you no matter where you go. So, okay, how do we actually build that? Well, we've got a really clear three-pillar blueprint to follow. First, we're going to rewire your mindset. Second, we'll engineer your growth. And third, we'll amplify your voice. That's it. That's our roadmap. Okay, let's dive into pillar one, rewiring your mindset. Look, before you can project confidence out there in the world, you have to build the foundation inside. It all starts there. And that foundation is all about how you think about your abilities and, maybe more importantly, how you think about your failures. You know, the single most critical shift you can make is right here, seeing yourself as a work in progress. When a presentation doesn't quite land or a project goes off the rails, it's not some final judgment on who you are. It's just data. That's it. It's the raw material you need to get better. Admitting you were wrong isn't weakness. It's actually the fastest way to get it right the next time. And this leads to a practice I like to call brutal honesty. Now, this isn't about beating yourself up. It's about looking in the mirror with zero judgment. You know, when a project deadline gets missed, it's so easy to blame everyone and everything else. But the person who's brutally honest asks, okay, where did I go wrong here? Was my planning off? Did I drop the ball on time management? Only by owning that weakness can you actually build a plan to make it a strength. And here's something that might blow your mind a little. You already have the wisdom you need. I mean, think about the incredible, insightful advice you give to a friend or a colleague when they're struggling. It's time to take all that amazing advice and point it right back at yourself. You need to start listening to your own best advice. All right, so once we've started rewiring our mindset, we're ready for pillar two, engineer your growth. This is where the rubber meets the road, because real confidence, the lasting kind, isn't something you just think about. It's something you build, brick by brick, through the strategic choices you make every single day. Okay, let's get super practical. Let's say your big, hairy, audacious goal is to start your own consulting firm. I mean, that feels huge, right? Overwhelming. So let's shrink it. What is the tiniest 5-minute version of that goal? It's not write a business plan. It's read one article about setting consulting rates. Do that today. That one tiny action is a win. And tomorrow, you build on it. That's how momentum is born. You know, at pretty much every crossroads in your career, you're faced with this choice. The easy road is taking the project you know you can crush, staying right where you're comfortable. But the hard road, that's volunteering for that high-stakes assignment that scares you a little, the one that forces you to learn something new. That deep, unstoppable confidence we're talking about, it's forged in the fire of that harder path, not in the comfort of what you already know. So this brings up a really important question you need to ask yourself. What are you putting up with in your career that you know you should be changing? Are you just clinging to a job that's comfortable but going nowhere just because you're scared? Acting on that need for change, even when it's absolutely terrifying, is one of the fastest ways to build real, authentic confidence. Okay, so you've done the internal work, you've started taking strategic action, now it's time for pillar 3. Amplify your voice. Because look, all that internal confidence is great, but it's not complete until you actually express it. Getting out there and engaging with the world is what makes your self-belief real and tangible. I need you to hear this loud and clear. Your perspective has real, professional value. So many brilliant people sit silently in meetings, talking themselves out of their own good ideas. But when you learn to articulate your thoughts clearly and consistently, you're not just helping the team, you are literally building and reinforcing your own sense of, hey, I know what I'm talking about. Okay, let's do a quick gut check right now. Think back over just this last week. Can you remember one idea, one question that you held back in a meeting? Just identifying that moment, that's the first step. So here's your homework for next week. Find the right moment and voice that kind of thought. That's how you practice.
Now, this is a really powerful technique for getting ready for those big moments. I like to call it discomfort training. So instead of dreading networking, think of talking to a new person at an event as a practice run. It's a low-stakes way to build up your tolerance for that awkward, uncertain feeling. The muscle you build doing that, that's the exact same muscle you need to walk into a high-stakes salary negotiation with your head held high.
So we've walked through all 3 pillars. Let's pull it all together now into a simple, powerful blueprint you can actually use. So here it is. This is your blueprint, your takeaway from our whole conversation. It's a cycle, really. You start inside by rewiring your mindset. Then you build on that by engineering your growth through deliberate action. And you lock it all in by amplifying your voice. And you gotta remember, this isn't a one-and-done kind of thing. This is the engine for a career built on unstoppable confidence. So I'm going to leave you with a challenge. Because understanding this stuff is one thing. Acting on it is everything. My final question to you is this. What is the one small, and I mean small, risk you're going to take today to start building that unstoppable confidence? Because that's where the magic really starts.